Raven.
Hey, Steve, how's it going?
Nice to meet you in person, man.
You as well, yeah.
Good talking
Great.
on the phone. How are things?
Not too bad. It's chilly today. I wasn't expecting it to get so cold again.
Yeah, that sun really threw me for a loop. I looked outside and figured I could wear just a shirt and got outside and immediately had pneumonia. So that's really nice. How's traffic?
Not bad, actually. I live pretty close by, so it's a nice commute to the office.
Nice.
Pretty convenient.
Right on. So how are the pubs going?
Not too bad, not too bad. I think a lot of people are starting to get their money back up after the holiday season, so they're coming out and enjoying it a little bit more. So business has been kind of booming.
Coming back from COVID and
Yeah,
all that,
yeah.
right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we spoke on the phone there, but I was in one of your pubs recently, and I love your spots, and I think I saw a need that I might be able to help you with to help your operation run a little smoother.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, I can tell you a bit about it. I work for McGovern Industries, and we specialize in helping restaurants and pubs streamline their on-floor sales. I noticed that you have two point of sale stations that all the servers use.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, like how many servers do you usually have on the floor at a time, like at your max?
Depending on the day, I mean, typically each day we'll have a time period where there's about four or five.
Okay.
So there can be a little bit of congestion, but it runs kind of smooth, I guess.
Okay, yes, because what I've been selling to some restaurants is actually a tablet for each server.
Oh.
And so they have it right on them, so you don't even need those point of sale stations.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because I noticed a few times it was getting congested.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something you've ever thought of, or?
Yeah, we definitely noticed that there can be some issues with servers having to wait a while to get in there, and sometimes there could be issues with that, but upgrading would be pretty interesting. I'll have some questions, but I'm sure you can give me some more information. Right?
Yeah, so it actually comes with the built-in software for each server, and that means that they can actually input the orders at the table. So instead of like taking the order and having like maybe going, I remember I used to serve, and I'd take an order and then I'd walk by multiple tables and have people screaming out orders and I'd forget it, right? So yeah, what we do is we go into the restaurants and we usually sell them, and looking at your restaurant, I think 10 per restaurant would be good because you own 4 restaurants, right?
Right, that's correct.
Okay. And so yeah, it's $449 a tablet.
Okay.
And so then that way each server has one on them, and then you have backup tablets.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds pretty interesting. I can see some benefits to it, but 449, like with 10 tablets per restaurant, that's quite an expense there.
Yeah, I understand that, and I think like one of the main benefits you could see out of that is that you'd reduce your mistakes dramatically for each server because they're inputting it at the table, right? Like how many like meals do you think you're throwing out per day?
Probably 3, I guess, if you average it out, because there's some tough days where we're really busy and things might get missed.
Yeah, and I'm sure with new servers you probably have a little more, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so the beauty of these tablets when you have them on you is that the interface is really easy to use.
Right.
So training new servers on how to use them is actually like, it's a very streamlined process.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, the software's super friendly. So do you think that might help your restaurant, or?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little concerned about how easy it is to use, just because servers kind of get used to the way things are and the location of menus like on the screen.
Yeah.
So maybe switching it up, I could see them maybe being a little confused, but.
Yeah, so we actually would have people come in and we could give you guys a 1-day course.
Oh, wow.
So maybe if you get all your staff to come in. And do you think that some of your staff might appreciate also having their own so that they don't have to wait for the point of service terminals?
Yeah, I think so, because there's definitely times where you can see them frustrated, and then maybe even makes the guests frustrated because they're waiting a little bit longer than they probably should be. So yeah, I think that.
Because I know when I worked in restaurants, especially when I was the new guy and I'd be on the terminal and I have a line of servers behind me, it can be a little frustrating.
Right.
So yeah, like if every server has one, then they're able to reduce mistakes You also have a super easy to use software. And like, I'm sure you'd want to reduce mistakes in your orders, right?
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds like something that I should really look into.
So you said earlier that you're a little concerned about buying 10 tablets per restaurant.
Yeah.
What do you think about, we could do a trial at your flagship restaurant?
Oh.
The first one you open there down in Granville. And then we could do the flagship restaurant there, start it with 10 there, and then see how it works. And then if you like what you're seeing, and if you feel like it's reducing costs enough, we could maybe expand out to the other 3.
Yeah, you know what? I think we're good to go.
Think that'll work?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll have my assistant email you the details.
Okay.
How I can do that. And here's my business card.
Ah, thank you
If
very
you ever
much.
need to reach me personally. And
Great.
yeah, I think this would be great. I think you're really gonna like what it does for your restaurant.
Awesome.
I think you'll see the improvements are gonna be very beneficial for you.
Great. I look forward to keeping in touch with you and seeing how this goes.
All right, good to meet you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
you as
Brayden.
well. Thanks
Take
so
care.
much.